So here we go, welcome to JaeGee Plays. We are just loading up for the very first time our play of Park Beyond. Brand new game, only just came out today, so we're going to explore it together. I didn't play any of the betas, I didn't play any version of this game up until today. So once it starts, we will see how we get on, we'll see what the game's like. I'll give you my full review, might take us a little bit of a while, might have to figure out what the buttons do. I have watched some other people's videos on this game, we'll see where we get to. Seems to be taking quite a while to load, but here we go. So we've got the big Park Beyond logo in the middle, and apparently we've got an autosave feature, but let's start with our press anything to play and see what goes on there. Okay, so we've got a license agreement. It says I've got to read this agreement carefully. We'll fast forward through this bit, shall we? Right, so that's the terms and conditions applied. What have we got here? And everyone, mild fantasy violence, mild language, crude humour. Some of the DLC content installed may not be in line with the initial rating of the game. Okay. And graphics setup. Well, let's just try the automatic graphics settings and see what that does to begin with. We can always change things if we need to, can't we? So, let's go with start campaign. Seems like the best option to go for. These loading screens are beautiful, really pretty. I have watched some other YouTubers playing the beta when it came out, so I do recognise some elements of this. Other elements are completely new to me. That there looks like the impossified Ferris wheel. But I'm looking forward to this game. Do like a good game where we get to build things, we get to do management of resources or money or people or whatever it is that we're going to be managing at the time. So I've been looking forward to this one. I remember seeing it announced quite a while ago. Some of the loading screens on this seem to be taking a long time. But if you were in any doubt as to whether this was my first play, obviously watching me, you have to click yes to the terms and conditions, and graphics settings and stuff should reassure you that this is my very first playthrough Park Beyond. Nice opening video, showing things being built. Roller coasters, do like a good roller coaster. Got a feeling that the laws of physics are going to be optional in this game. Don't think this is one of those games you'd want to play in VR, is it? I think it might make you a little bit nauseous if you tried it. Some of these rides look terrifying. I'm a big fan of theme parks, but even I might draw the line at one or two of these. Roller coaster in the bedroom. That looks cool. Who sets their alarm clock for 10:32? What an odd time to set your alarm for. Even with your impossible roller coasters flying around your bedroom. Okay, where are we off to now? What's occurring here? Plans for theme park rides. They look like the balls from Jurassic Park, the previous one, didn't they? You know, the one where they go around and they go and see the dinosaurs in the enclosure. If you've played Jurassic World Evolution, you'll know about the creating the tracks and stuff for those. But here we go. We're about to throw a paper aeroplane, I believe. I haven't done any of this. This is all cutscene. No control over any of this. No interaction so far. And I don't know who she is. Okay. So...
Hey, you hit me! Would have been even cooler if it had exploded into confetti, but still, great shot!
Okay, so that was apparently the introduction to the game. So before we start, let's first check the camera. So it's arrows to move. Brilliant, we can right mouse button, move around, and both mouse buttons move around. Then we can mouse wheel to zoom in and out, we can zoom right in, we can zoom right out. Very standard feeling controls so far. Middle button and move the mouse to rotate. Yeah, these are very, very standard controls for lots of games like this, so that's nice. It will be nice and easy to manage. Apparently my current goals are displayed in the bottom right corner. So let's hit continue playing. So our goal at the moment is to open the help center in the upper right corner and select the roller coaster building help screen. So I'm assuming that means we're going to go to there, roller coaster building. Building your coaster is simple. Move your track to where you want it to go and press the left mouse button to place it. You can exit track placement with the right mouse button if you want to adjust or delete certain segments of your roller coaster. Press the left mouse button on the track icon, which I assume is that wiggly loady thing. Again, to continue building your track. If you're unhappy with your placement, do not worry, you can select a track segment and remove it by pressing delete. Good. So let's find the track icon, there it is. So we've to left click on that. Oh, that gives us some track. Okay. So if we look on the right side here, we've got, if I hit left shift and move the mouse, then we go up or down, apparently. That doesn't seem to want to work, or is it a mouse wheel? No. Well, that doesn't seem to want to work for me. Right. Oh, sorry. R. That alters the yaw. Left alt is the roll. Quite like how you've got the degrees at the top that let you know how close you are. Pitch. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can alter the pitch that way. F will straighten. Delete will delete previous. This will move it. Middle mouse wheel to rotate it. Okay. But that also zooms. Right. Let's find the track icon on the building and build a coaster to reach the paper plane. So if I left mouse button there. There we go. Now we've got to reach the paper plane at the basketball court. Assuming we've just got to follow this track along. Right, what's the next bit? Right, so we've just got to keep following the paper plane, haven't we? Curved tracks. Park Beyond has many tools to help you build your dream coaster. One of the first steps is to learn how to create a curved track. Build a curved track following the paper plane. To do this, you can adjust the yaw of the track with R and moving the mouse. You also have the option to straighten it by pressing F. I'm hoping that in the main game these controls will stay there, but we'll find out. So we want to use R. Which way do we want it? So let's zoom in a bit. Which way is that rotated it? Is that the way I wanted it? That way. And then round there seems okay. And then round there we can turn it a bit more. There we go. And then we can get it to go there. Okay.
Nicely done, friend. I suppose those introductions are in order.
I suppose they are.
Blaze Ultra. I know, it sounds weird. Ultra wasn't my birth name. No, that's Megatronic.
So she went from Megatronic to Ultra. Okay. Right, so the option doesn't affect the mission goals, so let's just go with, you can help me build my dreams.
Anyone can have a dream. What makes it special is making them happen. And I have a special talent for making things happen.
Good, you do that.
It's usually accidents, but they're almost always the fun kind of accidents. Like when you walk away before the vehicle explodes.
That fills me with so much confidence.
Wild and crazy stuff, but I've never seen anything quite as out there as your roller coaster designs.
Because I definitely didn't follow the tutorial and just click the same buttons as everybody else. Definitely not.
Can't be a coincidence. I mean, coincidences happen all the time, but it's no fun if you don't pretend they mean something. Tell you what, you've just been deputized. Phil Bailey wanted me to test these roller coaster modules Cloudstormer are developing, but he didn't tell me how he wanted me to do it. You've heard of Cloudstormer, right? Great.
No idea. No idea who Phil Bailey or Cloudstormer are. I'm assuming that I will be informed at some point. These cutscenes seem a bit long and drawn out, don't they? Yes, if I was just playing this on my own and not playing it to show everybody else, I would skip a lot of that. I'm assuming there is a way of skipping it, but we're playing it properly, so let's do this. Or let's go, as they say in here, but I like to say let's do this. Okay, so we've got to build to reach the paper plane again, which involves selecting the track. We will bring it round there, we will go to there. Now we've covered curves track, let's learn how to change the height. It's not a proper roller coaster if it doesn't go up and down. Build a track to reach the paper plane on the top of this building. Changing the height is simple, use left shift and move the mouse to set the desired height. If your roller coaster doesn't have enough momentum, it will not reach the top. Housepring can be pulled upwards with the chain lift. Remember to switch back to normal tracks for downhill and flat segments. Okay, so we would have to left shift and up to get up there. What I am going to do is, I think there was like a ghost car that came round, wasn't there? How far away is it? How often does it come? What if I do normal track? Let's just wait and see if that ghost car actually makes it up here. I think there was one. Maybe not. Good. Well, let's just chuck a chain lift. Oh, there we go. There is one. So yes, we would need the chain lift. That's good. Let's pop the chain lift there. Back to normal track. Where are we going to next? Oh, no. We're staying on the chain lift, because we need to go up to there. So let's get it up to that sort of height. Let's rotate it. Can we have a chain lift whilst going uphill? Only one way to find out, I suppose. As you build your roller coaster, the test train runs as a preview on the track. To complete your next objective, the test train needs to reach the paper plane. The icon over the paper plane will indicate this. You can control the speed of the test train via the test train panel on the right. This way you can fast forward the test train to where you need it to be, or check a specific section of your roller coaster. If the test train crashed or lost all its momentum, you can reset the test train by selecting the reset button, which is at the top of the test train panel. You should occasionally check to see if the test train is still on the track. So that answers the questions I had before about that train, didn't it? So where does it need to go? Where's the location? Where am I supposed to be aiming for with this one? I didn't mean to build that, but apparently I built it. Alright, so we've got to get to the paper plane over there. So coming down there actually wasn't too bad, other than the fact I can't do that. So if I just hit delete, yep, that does go back one. Let's bring this as a normal track down there. through there. This is only a tutorial, so I don't actually care how good it looks. I just want to get it done so I can go to an actual theme park. And then we've got to go up this next one. So yes, this is going to need to be a chain lift. Let's zoom out a bit, there we go. Up. How lefty righty is that? Okay, so that can go there. So then if we go forward to that. So we've got to wait now for the ghost car to get here. We can see it's at the bottom of our hill. It should keep going up because I did put chain lift on, yes I did. So it's 18 kilometers an hour whilst on a chain lift. That seems quite fast. Amazing, well done. Now build the track down to the ground level to reach the helipad area. Will do. So we need to do this as normal track. We'll do quite a steep drop there because that will get us lots of speed. To go along to there. And we're going talking to this person again whose name I've already forgotten. Blaze, there we go.
Prototypes for some kind of stunt show. I mean, it's just a circus cannon and a motorcycle ramp. Not sure you can use these.
Ah. Is this where we get silly things to add? So do we want a ramp or a cannon? Well, I've seen the cannon in somebody else's video when they were doing the beta, but I haven't seen a ramp, so let's have a stump ramp.
What a wild concept. Nothing like a giant ramp to launch you into the stratosphere.
This is not the most exciting tutorial I've ever played so far.
Let's not get greedy on your
To be fair, I will know the controls by the end of it, but I'm not finding it overly thrilling. Besides the usual track placement, you can also use a lot of modules to create the craziest roller coasters out there. Have the roller coaster jump across the gap by using the ramp module, which is now unlocked. Okay. You can access the Place Modules menu on the left side of your screen below the track placement icon. For now, there's only the ramp module, but there are plenty more to come. The ramp will send the cars flying across the gap to make sure that they aren't going too slow or too fast. Okay. So we need to click the module bit, ramp. So I put a ramp there, I guess, and there, and then we'll curve that out there. Let's wait and see if the train makes it to there or whether my angle is too steep. This might get annoying. It depends how annoyingly accurate it needs to be. So that's at 77 kilometers an hour when it hit that. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Big city block, use your imagination and continue with the coaster. I will use my imagination. My imagination is currently telling me it wants to get onto the main game, so let's just find out where we're supposed to end. All the way over there by the looks of things, so we can do that. We can select that, we can do a normal track. We will do something a little bit more interesting than just following it, because I would like to go through the middle of that donut. Then I'd like to... Ooh, where was the roll? That's left alt. Because I would like to roll around there. Ooh, I'm going to be colliding with the building if I do that. It doesn't seem to care that I collided with the donut. Let's go back a bit. Let's get that to go properly through the donut. There we are. Nope, that's not through the donut, so let's left shift and up a little bit. There we go, let's try that. And then there we go, we can go out there, but we also want to add a bit of... come on. This is going to take some time to get used to. It's very different to Planet Coaster, for example, which has I think, an easier to use coaster creation system built into it. Not convinced this is the easiest. Also, that's no good because it doesn't make it up there. So let's go back a bit. Let's put a big chain lift here. Let's just do up in the air like that. Let's hit F to get it straight. Let's do that. And then we're just gonna go down because I don't see the point in spending all day getting the demo, the tutorial perfect when I can just get through the tutorial so that I can then move on to the actual game itself. So I will try and go through those loops just so that I've done some sort of interacting with what's going on. So we'll try that there, and then we'll take it to there. Well, let's wait and see whether the car makes it. Did all that as a chain lift. Hopefully it doesn't matter too much. If it does, I'll have to redo it. Let's find out. It's currently climbing the thing at the other side. If it only comes down at 18 kilometers per hour, then I'm going to have to go back and redo this run of track. But we will see when it comes thundering down that hill. Or should I say if? Oh, there we go. Oh good. So I had used a chain lift, but it doesn't seem to care too much. And I think that will be plenty fast enough to let us get onto this roof area here, but I think we're going to have to do this in a couple of steps. So let's do it with normal track. So we'll do one there, one there, one there. Let's have another look. If we do this at quite a distance like this, we should be able to see that ghost. Test train, sorry, I keep calling it a ghost. But it's a test train, so we will keep looking and seeing how that test train's doing. If it turns up. Have a little drink of my coffee. Let's try making it go faster. Ah, there we are, I can see it coming now. So as it gets towards the top of that hill, I will get it down to 1 times speed. We'll go 1 times speed from there, and then we can watch and make sure that it actually gets to where we are at the moment. I'd like to think it won't lose all of its velocity in this bit of a distance, but we will soon see. Yes, it did have enough. Just 1 more step to reach the park on the other side of the lake. It looks like Blaze is waiting for you down at the paper plane. Right. Where am I looking for? Oh, there. So we can just very simply, nice and easy, there we go. Am I finished now? Or do I need to build more of this tutorial coaster?
But maybe it's time to see if we can fly your dreams even further than any sane person would want to go.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Feature. Since you're well on your way to becoming the next theme park visionary, tell me this. How are you going to overcome the obstacles you're going to face?
How am I going to overcome them? Tunnel through, shoot them over. So that'll unlock tunneling. That'll use the cannon, but it'll unlock the cannon. There's always a way around every obstacle or ride over. Let's just go for the off-rail module. I have no idea what that means, but we'll find out.
I never got the hang of those. I mean, if someone asks you something something.
I think I knew what the other things were. I didn't really understand what an off-rail module was, so we will find out.
If we can't make your vision a reality.
Very good, Blaze. Let's do this. Off-rail tracks allow you to build crazy coasters that roll over the ground and slide over water. Okay, so it'll be under our modules. We'll have an off-rail option. They snap to the ground level when placed. You can place as many tracks in a row as you like. When you're done, simply raise or deselect them to stop track placement. Okay. Off-rail tracks can be used on both land and water. The train will ride on them without a track. Okay. Let's try that then. So we want to take normal track to the water's edge. Then we want to add, it's under there, off rail there, over to there, and then back to normal track, I think. Right, I think that's what it wanted. So now we've got to wait for our test car to see whether I understood the instructions correctly. I'll speed it up until I see the test car coming. Oh, there we go, it's just at the peak of that hill, so if we hit play around here we will see whether it comes and does what we wanted it to do. It's just on the top of that building now. It's going to come down that slope we've just built. Here it comes. It's going to do a bit of a zigzag. One way, the other way. Will it make it across the lake? Apparently so. It's losing speed but not too much. Made it to the other side. And here it comes. Lovely. Did that not count? Oh, it did.
It's almost time to strap yourself in and see if this thing shakes any fillings loose. This is amazing. You've gone from building an awesome fire exit to turning your whole apartment complex.
It's very exciting.
Into a theme park ride.
Thank you, Blaze.
Call Phil so he can come see.
No need. I can sniff out
Nope.
a roller coaster from 20 kilometers.
Hi, Phil.
Hope you don't mind me hitching a ride. Great gravy boats. How on earth did you get a license to build this thing?
I don't think we did get a license, Phil.
Wonderful.
I didn't think we did.
So much easier to seek forgiveness than permission. Let's go.
Oh, apparently we're riding the actual roller coaster now, are we? Oh, yep, here we go. So we're out of the fire exit. We're going down the main area. Don't know what the flickering thing is that keeps happening in front of my screen. And then we're going to go up the chain lift here. This was our first chain lift area, wasn't it? Is that people's arms waving in front of my screen? I'm not sure. What have we got here? We can change the camera. The middle mouse button will let us rotate. Not sure what the little glitches are. I'm also not sure why it lets you go through elements of scenery and building, but apparently it does. And this is the what they call the hospital roof, isn't it? So it's going to slow us down as we go up here. Chug chug chug. This is not the world's most exciting roller coaster. It's also really long. I think I'd be fed up by the time I got to the end of this one. It's like, how long is that other chain lift going to take? It's like, that one we've just done was long enough. But here we go with our zooming down to go and use the ramp. I definitely wouldn't want to ride this in real life. Nope. I like my roller coasters to stay on the tracks, thank you. Call me fussy if you will, but... yeah, definitely feels in this one like physics is a lot more optional than when we play Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster, I like that one. Not sure yet how I feel about Park Beyond, but we will see. We're only in the tutorial, and it's not all about the roller coasters. We've got the management of the actual park. Oh, I think Planet Coaster would have been telling me off for the G-force on that bit. And this is where we're going to randomly not use any track and go across a lake anyway, because that's sensible. It's the best way of getting across a... yeah, of course. We'll just float across the water. And then I don't know why we didn't really have any track at the other side. Well, the track is there. Didn't think it was. That's obviously a little bit of a glitch with us being able to go below like that. But anyway.
These new coaster modules you come up with, I never thought to make them.
Do I get to play with an actual park yet? Oh dear, he's getting an idea. Can I be the protege of Phil? Do I want to be the protege of Phil? That is a good question. Oh dear.
The belts of Cloudstormer are a little tight at the moment, but I can promise you'll learn a lot. Some of it might even be useful. So, what do you say? I'll take your silence as a yes.
Well, I can't say anything. You didn't give me an option. But go on.
Ooh, I'm coming too. I know you only hired me for the day, but I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, I want to actually go and reach a park. Do a park actually. Maximum rating reached. Okay. So I'm hoping all the campaign missions aren't going to be as slow and tedious feeling as that. I don't feel that that was the most exciting. But it was the tutorial. And tutorials are finicky things. Sometimes they're amazing, sometimes oh, you just want to get them over with. That was definitely giving me the I just want to get this over with vibe. Not sure how much more we're gonna see. Oh, another cutscene. Let me move that cursor for you. I shouldn't leave it right in the middle of a cutscene. It spoils all your fun. Spooky house in the woods, flickering light. That was a terrible looking wolf, but there we go.
I know this forest might look spooky from a distance, but once you're in the thick of it, it's nearly pantaloon-fillingly terrifying.
Yes. As choice of locales for a fun-packed family theme park go, this wasn't exactly your finest hour, was it, Phil? Oh, hello. You're the new hire, I'm Isabel Dillard, Cloudstormer CEO. Although sometimes I feel like I actually run a creche.
Oh, sorry. Where are my manners? And I don't know why you're picking on this park, Busy. I've made far worse mistakes.
He doesn't strike me as the shrewdest businessman, doesn't Phil?
Anyway, ominously creepy trees aside, this is a fair bit bigger than the test site and your fire exit coaster.
Well, the stakes certainly are.
Always pinching those pennies, Izzy? I can't wait to see what our friend here paints with a canvas as large as this.
I can't wait for you to all stop talking so I can play the game, but I'm going to do it at the pace that the developers expect, or that they wanted.
And I'll be by your other side making a note of how much you spend.
She does that whenever we have a business lunch too. Heaven forfend you have the temerity to order something sweet to finish.
Yes, well, if our friend here messes up at this park, they won't have to worry about not getting their just desserts.
Ooh, lovely. Make mine a cheesecake.
Right, so fix the old park. This park has definitely seen better days, at least in its current state. There are lots of areas we need to address, but before we can start thinking about attracting any visitors. With many of the old paths destroyed, visitors cannot visit our attractions and shops. They need to be accessible from the park entrance first. So I assume this is where we're going to learn about the path tool, and yes we are. Paths connect the entrance with all of your structures so that visitors can reach them. First you must choose a path from the path placement menu. Normal paths connect all of your structures. Queue paths are used for ride entrances when your visitors line up. The placement settings give you more control over your paths. Try the different options and see what works best. To delete a path, you must be in the path building mode. Hover over a path and press delete. Okay, so first thing I think I'm going to do then is join up those two there. So let's have a look at this path placement tool. Now, which sort of path is that? That looks like it might be that asphalt. What path designs have we got? We've actually got quite a few. Black pebbles, asphalt, concrete, stone, dirt, cookies. Alright, heart sprinkles. I quite like the heart sprinkles. Candy. We're going to have to go for the candy, I think. But pebbles and moss. Dark metal, mosaic, star tiles, bare metal, red metal, and Pac-Man checkerboard. Because I did pre-order the game, so I got some Pac-Man stuff. But I'm going to use the candy. It doesn't match anything else, but I don't care. So I'm assuming we just click on the end of that one, do we? No? Do we click and drag? Ah, we click and drag. Oh, and we can only go that long in one go. And then we just go onto that one. Okay. So that's that connected. Now we use the path tool again. Do I have a way of upgrading a path to make it look different if I do that? No, I don't. I was hoping it would let me do that, but apparently not. Looks like if I want all these funky pink paths, I'm going to have to go around and delete the other ones at some point, but it depends how long I'm actually going to be in here. Anyway, the flat ride crash lander near the park entrance is still closed and needs to be opened before visitors can enter it. Closed rides don't create any upkeep cost and no visitor can enter the ride. Showcase mode acts as a demonstration during which the ride is active, which I'm assuming is like the testing mode in Planet Coaster. And once the ride is open, visitors can ride it for fun and provide you with cash and amazement. Open rides have a monthly upkeep cost. But I don't think I'd quite joined everywhere up with this, had I? I do want to just join some last little... Oh, that's outside my play area. Let's join that up first, just so that for completeness, we've got... Now, should I follow the tutorial or should I replace? No, I'm going to replace the paths at this point because I don't like them. So let's get on with that path tool. Let's get rid of that. And then... Can I get rid of that one as well? Yes. Let's go over and get rid of these. Because I want to replace them all with the funky candy paths. Because I really like these candy paths. They're very cool. I like them a lot. So everywhere is going to have candy paths. Do I just... Yep, I just click on a building to do a path to it. Good. There was one I deleted around here. Candy path. Can replace the other afterwards because we're still at our boundary of our gameplayment area. No, our gameplay area there. So we can do that one. Is that everything in this area connected with the right colour paths? Nope. So let's go to get rid of that one. I'm not going to delete that one because that goes to the other side, but I am going to get rid of all of those and replace them with candy paths. That came something like... These aren't the easiest to control. They're not the most difficult, but they're not the easiest to control. Join that up to there. Let's join that up to there, and then that queue path there, which I cut short. Queue paths are up there. Which style have they used? Oh, I could replace the whole thing with rainbow. Let's replace the whole thing with rainbow while we're here. Let's replace that with a rainbow path, because I want a rainbow one. Now I like in games to have queues that are actually long enough. I've seen some people playing this on YouTube from the beta version, and I couldn't help but think that the queues were all a little bit short. Now I don't know whether this game actually wants short queues and will penalise you for long ones, but... Oh. So there are steps to open a flat ride. Every flat ride must have both an entrance and an exit connected to a path. While the entrance uses queue paths, the exit uses regular paths. In the ride's detail panel, you can see which steps are still necessary for the ride to be opened. Is that our only flat ride that we've got access to at the moment? I think it is. So let's have a look. Well, it's currently open. Everything is there and in place. I've got to build a new flat ride and a new shop. Okay. So this area up here seems like a good place for a flat ride. So a flat ride, what have we got? We've got the Crazy Kraken, the Pirate Ship, or the Shining Pendulum. Now what do we get when we click these? We get information about what they're made of, metal, foliage, stone, customizable, immersive, flat ride, amazement, families, teens and large. We get a cost, we get an upkeep, visitors' preferences, how fun it is, how profitable it is, and its amazement rating. Now let's look at profitability versus... Now amazement, I think, if I remember rightly, that's the thing I want to fill up in order to be able to make my rides weird and wonderful. So I'm going to go for a Crazy Kraken. What's our rotate on this one? Hold down R and rotate the object. Okay. So I'm going to put a Crazy Kraken there, because I want to be able to fill up our amazement, so that way we get to impulsify rides sooner. I cancelled that, it had automatically jumped to the queue option, and I told it no. So let's try queues now for the Crazy Kraken. Can come around here, around there, back up again, and if I join it there, I've probably got room just to put a shop next to it. So that's open, everything's good. And then I need to put a shop. So food shop, drink shop, we've got vending machines, we don't yet have a souvenir shop, we've got toilets, we've got benches, and what's that one? Shop and facility modules. Ah, okay, so this must be like in Planet Coaster. I just want to build my own, then I can use the modules to then create the building around. But let's go for a food shop to begin with. Let's put it just by the entrance there. So the park is now ready for visitors. Unpause the game so that visitors can enter the park. So to meet this requirement, I've got to have the game unpaused, which I've just done, and let the first 40 visitors enter the park. I could pause or fast forward the game at any time, but let's just move around so that we can actually see. There we go, we've got some visitors starting to arrive in the park. Do we get anything if we click them? Yep, Dorothy and friends on the way to enter the park. Tells me about their needs. What else do I find out from them? How much they've spent and what they've spent them on. How much money they've got in their wallet. And what they're thinking about the park. Okay, it's quite a nice little screen that gives me the information I could do with. So let's zoom in and see them actually enter the park. There we go, in they come. So you can see the other objective I had to meet was to let 40 visitors enter the park. I'm up to 8 so far. Where are we going to? Are we going to go on the Kraken ride? Yes, we're going on the Crazy Kraken. Looks like everybody wants to go on the Crazy Kraken, which means that we will be able to position our camera ready to watch them on the Crazy Kraken. Now what's going to happen first? Are they going to reach the Crazy Kraken? Or am I going to reach the milestone of 40 guests in the park? We're up to 12 guests so far. We look down here in the corner. Nearly that. Is everybody getting on this ride? Pretty much. Oh, what are those people? Ah, okay, so those are our staff who are entering the park as well. Because it does help if you have workers to actually operate your park. I'm sure at some point I'll be speeding the game up. I won't be playing the whole game at this speed. Oh, there we go, we hit our 40. So the first visitor groups are in. Let's take a moment to check out who is entering our park. So that's our group of teens. They look like they might be a group of adults. I've got to select a group of adults. Norma and friends. What about those? What are those? Those are Megan and friends. So I think these are all teens at the moment that are queuing up for the Crazy Kraken. What else have we got? What about you two? Ms. Washington and company, that's our adults. So there you are, there's a child. So is that a family? Yes, the Kim family. There we go. Oh, we're being summoned to the office.
You've seen the park and its rather special forest locale.
So apparently we've got to pitch a plan for turning it into a profitable place.
Izzy's right, of course, but I didn't hire you to worry about the numbers. You're a visioneer like me, and that role's all about sharing your wild and wonderful ideas.
Apparently so, Phil.
But let's not be too wild. You don't hitch a stagecoach to wild stallions after all.
Oh, but what a
There's some very strange references in this from a British perspective.
Well, lawsuits and health and safety issues notwithstanding, Cloudstorm.
There will be health and safety issues. Have you seen the state of some of those modules that we've been putting into the roller coaster at the fire escape level? Now, just out of interest, can I skip this? Right, okay, so if I press spacebar, it will skip to the next one. Right, so you can skip through the talky bits if you're not interested. Now, this is asking me to choose who I want to target. Now, bearing in mind when we were clicking around looking at the guests that we had coming in the park, there were a lot of teenagers. So I'm going to go for teenagers because it took me a while to find adults and it took me a while to find family. Teenagers were everywhere, so let's go for teenagers.
Teenagers, good choice. For that, I'm putting you in my will.
Oh, apparently I get put in his will.
We might need it if our visioneer wants to build more than just a lemonade stand and a toilet. I trust the engineering.
Both a lemonade stand and a toilet would be useful because I don't think that park has either.
Absolutely. Just not at this park.
We're just waiting to see. Shall we skip it a little bit?
We call that a drone these days.
Ah, so I can read them nicely. So, oh, we've got a theme. So, I think we should go for the Candyville theme because I've already kind of started that, haven't I? It says visitors don't have a theme preference, but we've got science fiction, Candyville, or Western. But I'd already started with the Candyville because I do like pink. It is my favourite colour, so let's go for Candyville.
I was hoping for a more contemporary.
I'm not playing it safe. Shut up, Lizzie. Izzy, even.
How many times, Phil?
Also, when I watched some of the beta videos, nobody could select the candy one because that wasn't available at the time. So I'm happy with a teenager park that is candy themed, so we have to have a positive monthly income, at least 2 profitable flat rides and 170 teenage visitors. I think we can do that. And we're going to get the Candyville theme, which is good because I haven't seen that. I don't know what any of those assets look like. Let's do this. I do wish I could change it from let's go to let's do this. But we'll see.
Well, strap me to a rocket and light my fuse with the sparkler.
I'm not lighting your fuse with anything, Phil, thank you very much. Oh no, I'm not listening to war stories. This isn't a very exciting story, is it? Monday, meeting adjourned. Thank you for your time, everyone. Right, good. Okay, extend the park for teens. If you want visitor groups to be happy, you must satisfy all of their needs. When happy, they'll spend more time and money. For now, let's make sure there are enough benches. So we need to place some... having access to food and drinks is their most important need. These are fulfilled by building shops. At some point, they'll also need the toilet. And walking around is exhausting. Build benches to let them replenish their energy. So I spotted the benches. They were under the path tab, were they? Where were they? I did see them. Shops and facilities, maybe. Benches and trash cans. There we go. And we're going to build bonbon benches because we're going for our candy theme. Now, can they get at them if they're off the path? I don't know, but I quite like the idea of them not being actually on the path, but just being to the side. I'm assuming they're going to be able to reach them there. I don't know how many benches I'm supposed to have. Oh, they wanted 5. While extending your park protects care visitors' needs by placing shops and benches is a great habit. Sometimes you'll find yourself where you want to identify a specific problem area in your park where they're happy, unhappy, tired, hungry or thirsty. The heat map menu gives you a quick overview of which visitor groups are lacking specific needs. Let's find out where the toilet needs the highest and place the toilet in that area. So we've got heat map overlays where we can highlight specific issues affecting the park. Investigated entities are coloured on a spectrum from green to red. Switch them to critical mode. Entities that are only related to the issue you are investigating are coloured in a neutral blue colour. Okay, well I want to just finish putting these benches here. I want benches on the other side as well. We will get more benches at some point, but I just want to make it look nice. Right. So we need to look at our heat map. We need to look at toilet. So when it says 100% toilet, does that mean their needs are filled for the toilet? They 100% are happy toilet wise? I don't understand which way around the scale works. What does critical threshold do? Only colours entities that surpass a value deemed critical for this map. So I'm guessing they're not mega toilet because nobody's lit up. So in that case I'm going to assume that the green is good and that heading towards red is bad. That would make sense. So I'm going to just put a toilet somewhere around here anyway. So toilets, services and staff facilities, toilets. I want a Candyville basic toilet. That's a very strange looking toilet, but apparently that's what toilets look like in Candyville. Or if we got room, no, it's going to be more accessible if we put it there, isn't it? Let's go for there. Teens, adults and families all like different shops and rides. In an ideal case, every demographic should find a ride to like in your park. Since you've chosen to primarily attract teens into your park, we should prioritise building for this demographic first. So filter for teens in the flat ride menu. So how do I filter? Oh, filters there, and I click teens, I think. Yes, so it's there now, isn't it? Flat rides and teens. So we've got Shining Pendulum, Gyrospin, Ring of Fire, or Crazy Kraken. Well, we've already got a Crazy Kraken. Which one of these is the favourite of... Oh, teens absolutely love the Gyrospin, so we're going to build a Gyrospin. Let's decide where it's... That's huge! Ooh, I keep wanting to right mouse button and drag to make it rotate, but it's R and drag to rotate it. I'm going to try and just put it in that corner, I think. Or if I put it a bit further up there, then we can get the exits go where it is there, and then we can have the entrance down here, can't we? Yes, this looks like a decent place to put it. Means we can make it a bit of a weavy path. It takes a few clicks to get it round onto a straight line, but there we go. That's going to put the entrance... There we go. Now that we have a new ride, that will get teens excited. It's a great idea to place shops they enjoy close to it. Yes, that's part of the reason why I put the ride where I did. So I now need to place a drink shop, relish store loved by teens, and a food shop. So let's start with food. Teens, smiley face, teens love the kebab shop. So teens, you're getting a Candyland kebab shop. This game... Now I don't like the fact that it's overlapping things like that. I'd like to think that that would be something that they'd have managed to get rid of before this game was released. But apparently not. So we will put the kebab shop there. Then drinks wise, one unloved by teens again, so that's this energy drink. I think that's what that symbol in the corner was. Candyville energy drink shop. Let's see if we can fit that in. No, it's going to overlap again. So let's... Where are they actually... I'm just going to have to put it down there next to the other one. So completed the first milestone. As a reward, I received new shops. The amount of visitors that can enter your park is limited by your current park level, and how to level up your park by generating enough park appeal. Let's have a look at how that works. First component of park appeal is your park's cleanliness. Keep the paths free of litter and toilets. So let's have a look at cleanliness, which is an highlight the cleanliness icon. Is that under park management? No. Do they want me to do it in the heat map? No. Highlight the cleanliness icon. Well, I would, but I don't know where it is. What have we got up here? That's events. That's information. That's help centre. Ah, there's our cleanliness. Right. Up there at the top. Visitors will drop litter if they can't find a trash can. Ride entrances and areas with a high shop density are often most impacted. Make sure to distribute them evenly on new paths. What are you talking about? Oh, feet upon the... That doesn't actually make any difference to my day at all. So now we need to go back to shops. We need to find trash cans. We want... Ooh, biscuits or ice cream cones. Let's go for biscuits. So trash cans I'm going to put inside the path boundary. Let's put lots and lots of trash cans. Okay, so we're going to have to hire a janitor in a minute, but I'm going to finish placing these trash cans first. If you tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. If you want trash cans, you're getting trash cans. Right, so we need to hire a janitor, which will be on that newly appeared staff icon. So we're going to apparently need to hire 4 janitors. So we click the staff menu, janitor. What do we do? Just click it and it hires one? Okay. 3, 4. Now we've got to increase the fun rating. Let's hope visitors will appreciate a tidy and cleaning park. A tidy and clean park. Let's have a look at the second component, park appeal, the fun rating of your park. Fun experiences are generated every time visitors are going on a ride or interact with entertainers. The fun rating represents the average over the last 10 days. Let's look out for the fun including... Right, okay. Where do I find that? Oh, here we go. So I've got to build and open flat ride. Build and open, sorry, a flat ride that has a fun rating of at least 4. So let's look at our flat rides. I want one ideally that teens also love, so let's put that filter back on. The teens. Which one of these has... Oh, that's got lots. That's got 5 weird things. So let's rotate that this way. Let's put it down. there. Let's take the normal path out like that. Right, why won't you let me do that? Have I got any money? Yeah, it's not that I haven't got money. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Just a glitch. This is not the smoothest game I've ever played. It's still slightly problematic in its responsiveness and... Okay, so we can't place one there, so we're going to have to do the path coming out of this side somewhere. Well, why did you let me place it there then? Okay. Right. So let's get... Right. Let's get rid of that. Can I move a ride? Yes, I can. So let's move that across a little bit. Let's go back to our path tool. Let's stick our exit. We can just go down like that. And then we want to make our queue path. There we go, it'll let us curl it round this time. I'm going to bring it across the front here. Round like that. Across the front there, round like that, and in there. Once visitor groups start riding this new ride, fun rating should increase. To further boost this effect, you should hire entertainers. So it wants us to hire 6 entertainers. Did that ride automatically open? Yes, it did. So we'll go back to our staff. We want 6 entertainers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entertainers. You've taken steps to ensure your cleanliness stays high and your fun rating increases. This will ultimately increase your park appeal and help you reach the next park level. Let's push on even further and aim for more park appeal. Keep an eye out for your visitors' happiness. Right. The goal in Park Beyond is to level up your park to reach the highest park level. To advance your game, you must make your park more appealing. The appeal is calculated by the amount of fun they generate every day, as well as the cleanliness rating. You'll lose the game if your park is unprofitable for 3 months, therefore make sure you always have a positive monthly income. Well, our income at the moment is negative, which is not good. So we're alright for the happiness, but we want to reach park appeal of 100 and we're currently at 16. Which is a little concerning. Let's see if we can complete step 1 and get this park to be profitable. Does this have anything to do with money on it? Shops and rides, profit, right. So how are we looking profit wise? So we've got that ride that's right over there, nobody's going to it. These ones are amber, they're red. So am I able to get rid of... Is that even open? It is open. But nobody seems to want to get on it, do they? What are they saying? Let's have a look. Does it let me have the... What do people say about this ride? We won't pay that much for Ferris wheel. Right, how much is Ferris wheel? $15? That seems a lot. Let's have a look at the finances of how much things are costing. Right, so it's 5 for that. Right. So let's try changing that to... If I change that to $4. Let's see if that makes people get on it. There we go, people are getting on it now. Let's look back at our profit tab. What else is unprofitable? How much is that one? That's only 3. But nobody is down this end of the park at all. So if I've got room, I'm actually going to move this. Yes, let's see if it makes more money. Have I got room up there in that little gap? Yes, but it's a little bit out of the way. So if I go there, that's going to presumably allow me to get more people to go on it without me having to buy a new ride. I can just move an existing one that was far too far away. So now I can, with my path tool, my exit can just about squeeze through there. Why can't I? There we go, that's my exit path. Then I need my queue path, which is going to come out of there, round there. Okay. Now is that open? Yes, okay. So, does that make people want to start getting on it? Or not? Who's appealing? Who likes this? Teens and families are alright, adults love it, but not really love it. Let's just try speeding things up a little bit. Let's make everybody walk a little bit faster. 3 times game speed. That's still not ridiculously fast, is it? And that will mean that I'll actually get to see the response to actions that I make. Because Park Appeal's already at 81 now, which is good. Let's go back to that profitability tab and see where things sit now. So they're green, that's amber, so it's gone up to amber. So we just need to hopefully see this one go from red to something else. Ooh. You've completed milestone 2. $2,000 have been added to your funds. If you don't want to go bankrupt, it's important to keep an eye on the profitability of your parks, attractions and shops. The right price can have an impact on visitors' decision making. Expensive rides may alienate, but yeah, well, we've been doing that anyway. I've already actually done that, but we'll do it again. Okay, so adjusting fees we've already done. We skipped the tutorial bit of that because I was trying to focus on making money. So let's have a look at the hypertonic drinks. Where is it? Service? Hypertonic. Okay, so if lots of people are wanting to buy that, apparently people will pay much more while this lasts, so let's see if we can set that to 450. There we go. Yeah, we've got quite a queue there. 24 remaining. We'll get there. Right, let's carry on having a look at that ride. Is it actually got any people wanting to go on it? Right, it's just a money pit. So I'm going to get rid of it. Because what's the point in keeping something that's just losing me money? Nowhere in the tutorial did it say I had to keep all the rides. So I'm getting rid of that. Okay. Where are we at now? Selling hypertonic drinks. Good. Do seem to have a queue. But what I could do is put another one of those up here. What sort of place is that? That's a burger shop, okay. But I am going to make another shop. I'm going to do another drink shop, and we're going to have another energy drink shop just off to the side there, which will break that queue up and should nicely get people. Oh, let's move that trash can over there. So now we should be selling a lot more of the hypertonic drinks. What does that do? Ah, sinkhole. There we go. And then if I go to the other one and do goods, sinkhole, yes, so there we go. So we're getting there. We're at 18 remaining on our hypertonic. So I'm just going to let this run for a little bit and I will catch up with you when we've sold them all. And there we go, we have reached that milestone. And now we've got some sort of crate being carried in and dropped off. No idea what's in there. Build and target a roller coaster for teens. Milestone 3 completed, you receive $2,000. The Chief of Engineers just dropped a package containing new attractions and shops for your ride. Also includes prefabs for roller coasters. It's time to add a roller coaster. Either build a new one or pick and place one of the roller coaster prefabs. Use hooks to define which visitors your coaster should target. So, do I have to place it all the way out over here? I don't seem to get any guests all the way out over there. Or will the roller coaster attract them? It may well attract them, might it? So, let's look at rides. Oh, roller coasters is a separate button. What else have we got? Modular structures. Oh, okay, so we've got the extra little bits so we could build buildings separately. That's why we had the modules before. And then we've got scenery as well, which is quite cool. But let's start by building our roller coaster first. Standard, wide, or wild mouse. What's that one? Prefabs. Ah, this one gives us, so we want one that's relished or loved by teens. We've got Loop the Loop, not the double solo. Jumpy Castle, that's loved by teens. Merry Goes Around, no. Atomic Launcher. Let's have a look at the upkeep's 440 on that one. Let's go for this one because it's got the cheapest upkeep and it appeals to who we want it to appeal to. So let's see, can it go in near a path like that? Yes, it can. Although that loopy bit might be quite cool if we could get it to go over the actual park itself. So we could get it in there. That's a cool place. Let's go for that. Hooks are goals you choose for your ride. They design the final ratings. Hooks screen allows you to manage them per ride. You can also see what stats and how they affect it. Okay. Every hook has conditions that must be fulfilled and they're only active if all the conditions are met. And the course testing panel will give detailed information about your ride's performance. Okay. So, let's go to this. First of all, we've got to build an entrance. Which is going to be... oh, how do I go down with one of these? Oh, it's left shift like I did with the roller coaster before. There we go. So we can put that out to there. And we can build the exit out there. Oh good, I've done mission 4. That's nice. Just give me a second to finish these paths that aren't joined up. There we go, let's look at this. Let's go to the hooks. So we can... oh, we've already got the hooks selected, have we? Okay. Is that open? Yes, it's open. Okay. So we do have a roller coaster, we just don't have anybody at the roller coaster. It wants us to go and look at our profit thing that we did before. We know where that is. Profit. Ride profitability is an important factor. We want to keep its earnings higher than its upkeep. It's easy to be profitable with rides that have a higher profitability rating. The main reason they're not profitable is that too few visitors are entering the park. You might not have enough visitors to run them at full capacity. Try closing some rides if you need to. And if they're avoiding them for specific reasons, you can find them in the visitor thoughts. So, other than our new one which we've just built, which hasn't really allowed anybody to go onto it yet, everything appears to be good. So we've got our positive monthly income because that happened whilst we were waiting. We've got 2 profitable flat rides. Oh no, so we've got 3 of 2. So yeah, all I think that we need to do is just wait until the end of the month when that monthly income should roll over. Let's have a look on the heat map and see how that ride's getting it. It's on green now. Oh, it's maintenance. Profit. Yep, everywhere's good. The Ferris wheel's not amazing, but what about if we make it a little bit cheaper? What about if we just make it $3? Yeah, big queue for the roller coaster. That should be well up on its profitability. People are heading now towards the Ferris wheel now that I've lowered the price. That should hopefully make that a bit more profitable. It's that fine balance, isn't it, between visitor numbers and cost. Sometimes you want less visitors if they're going to pay more, but we deal with what we deal with. I don't know how long a month is in this game. Oh, it's April 21st, so I'm guessing I need to wait till the end of the month. But we're making $1,000 a month. Oh, 894 now. That seems to go up and down a little bit, but we're making money anyway. Let's see how we get on. Yep. There is also a night cycle on this. That's quite cool. That roller coaster is very cool. Lots of upside downs, and I quite like the looping round and coming back down the same track again at the end. That's quite good. April 26th. How many days in April? 30 days of September, April, June and November. So we've got 30 days in April. We are very close. There we go. So what's this telling us? Oh, I'm guessing this is that one that we met when we were building the fire escape roller coaster. I'm guessing.
Wow, this place is just amazing. I'm not exaggerating when I say it's in my top 5 theme parks. And I've been
haha, very funny. I'm going to skip through these because they're really just not engaging me at all.
No, it can't. The park is
I know it doesn't sound like it to the untrained ear.
This park was hardly a heater store in Death Valley.
So,
Yeah, this is not filling me with joy. Come on.
That's it. Just after
It's not an engaging plot. It's not an engaging story. So, we have reached the maximum rating on this park. So this seems like a good time to bring this video to a close, doesn't it? So let's have a think about what did I feel about Planet Coaster. Sorry. Park Beyond. There we go. I almost forgot the name of the game that I was playing then, Park Beyond. How do I feel about it? There's still some glitches in there. Some of the things overlap. Some of the things don't quite do what I wanted them to do. The storyline for the scenarios is quite the opposite of engaging. It's drawn out. It doesn't actually tell me anything. I don't find the attempts at humour actually funny. But as far as the gameplay goes, it's easy to use. The controls are nice and easy, and we'll see. I will play some more, maybe on video, maybe not, we will see, but I will play some more and we'll see how it goes. It's got potential, but we'll see. But for now, we'll return to the menu and I'll use that as the opportunity to say thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do hit the like, subscribe, all the other things, bell ringing, you know the score. You're on YouTube, you're watching a video, you know how YouTube works. Thanks ever so much, and this is me saying see you later.